Well, after a pretty strong win against Hunter T, I'm joined right now by Jensen with coverage brought to you by Alienware to talk a little bit about how things are going and also what you thought of Hunter T because it seems like there was a lot of hype and then not so much anymore.
Yeah, well, I think the game is just really centered around team play right now, and I think their mid laner is not looking too good, and I think it seems like their jungle is probably inexperienced as well. So I think even though they have like big names in Someday and Bang and Aphromu to a certain extent, I think you need 5 players who work really well together, and it seems like right now they just don't know how to play together as a team. So although it was a very hyped roster, they're not looking too hot right now, and just I knew early on that they were gonna be a pretty bad team just from when we started practicing against them. They didn't really seem to have much of a plan when we play against them, so every time we play against them, it's pretty one-sided.
So let's talk about the Bang situation because that was the most hyped up thing, right? There's this big video that plays before the start of the match. It's like Bang versus Double Lift. Obviously, I know you were in the mid lane, so I don't know how much of a sense you got, but what was your impression of the bot lane situation? I don't know if you had a chance to talk to Peter afterwards.
Well, I feel pretty confident in my bot lane. Like Doublelift, Civis 80, and I think KorJJ is a world champion, and he's by far the best support I've played with. So I kind of thought that our bot lane was going to win, or at very least have pressure. I didn't expect it to go this way, to this extent, but yeah, I mean, my bot lane is really good, and I think even though Bang is a great player, I think Aphromu isn't as dominant in lane as like KorJJ, for example. So I kind of expected it to, go our way.
Do you think that the Bang Aphromu situation was not that great that game, or what was your impression of them?
Honestly, I didn't really see too much what happened. I just knew my bot lane smashed them, so it just went our way, I guess.
Do you think that there's going to be any real challenges that you have to face in LCS split? Because it does seem like TL is just cutting through people like a scythe.
Yeah, I think TSM usually gets good later on during the season, so maybe TSM, Cloud9 could pick it up as well. So I think those are like the 2 teams I'm looking out for the most. Clutch Gaming could also surprise us. We play against them tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But right now, it definitely feels like we're the best team in the league.
Are you winning because of superior team play, or just that you're winning in lanes individually? A little bit of everything. I mean, what's really allowing you guys to win?
I think it's just a mix of everything. Like we all pretty much on the same page for the most part, and we all really strong in laning phase as well. So it's just a mix of everything. Like I think we're just working really well together right now, and we're just doing everything better than the other teams.
When you have such strong performances, is there a tendency during the weeks to kind of like slack off, or are you losing scrims? Because that's always kind of a danger for a team that's on top, right? If you can't face any kind of struggle, you have a chance to like start slipping behind.
Um, Kind of. I mean, we've gone through phases where we've won scrims many days in a row, like without losing any games. So our coaching staff makes sure that like to keep us on our feet, like even though we win a lot of games, that we fix the mistakes we make, and then sometimes like we will like have some hard matches, and then we become really good at playing from behind as well, even though we tend to just win most of our games. So I don't really think there's too much of a worry right now. We are just working on all areas, and it's looking really good so far.
Do you do you feel like you have the ability to? Because clearly you can win playing certain styles, and you can be quite dominant there. I would assume that if you're having all the success in scrims, it allows you the opportunity to like start experimenting or trying different things, or maybe because that's also a concern that I've seen fans face, where it's like, well, is this team they can play this one style, but can they do anything else? I don't know if there's a concern that you'll fall into that trap.
I wouldn't say so. I think we're exploring with pretty much anything we can do, anything we think is viable. We're not like looking at it like in a way we're like, oh, like, we have double lift. We should only play around bottom kind of style. So I think we're just kind of doing what's best for the team comp, and we're not really like drafting towards like one specific player or lane. So far we're just trying out everything and doing what's best for the draft.
Now, before the start of LCS, I interviewed you, and I asked you about Niski, and you said he's probably pretty good, but not as good as their last mid laner. You had a chance to face him last week, and maybe you've seen him some more. What are your impressions of him now?
Well, I think if I was in his shoes that game, I would have probably carried the game. He made a lot of like very, very dumb mistakes. Honestly, I think he was just. I don't want to judge him from that game because I honestly think he was nervous. Like I could just tell that the way he was playing is not how you play as an LCS mid laner, and I'm not even trying to flame because I saw his other games and he's been playing pretty good in the next games. So it's really hard to judge him from the game against us because I think maybe he had a bad day or his nerves were too high. So, but in the other games he's actually looked pretty good. So he looks like a decent player.
I just interviewed Sneaky, and he said he misses you.
Really?
Yeah. So he said that you guys used to play a lot of games together and played Fortnite, which was great because we went down the whole Fortnite meme thing. And he almost was speaking about you as if you had died. Like he was like, yeah, I used to talk to him a lot or whatever. It's kind of sad. I don't know if you miss him.
Oh, I definitely miss hang out with Sneaky. He's a really nice guy, and yeah, like I think we had like kind of a more chill relationship with each other. Like we would like do stuff outside of League together as well. So yeah, we were pretty good friends. But yeah, it's weird not having him around. But I've been having a good time in Liquid so far. So while I do miss him, he's not on my mind all the time anymore. I'm sorry, Sneaky.
Yeah. It's interesting because both of you use past tense about your friendship. He's like, yeah, we were really good friends. You said, yeah, we were really good friends. It's literally sad. You guys switched teams, and now just the friendship is dead. It feels like you speak about it as if it's over.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like that to an extent, like, because I don't see him every day, and we haven't really, talked too much, but, I mean, we're still in good terms, obviously. Like, I see him at LCS sometimes, but yeah, it definitely feels different, not being just with everyone from Cloud9. Like, I felt like we were all, like, pretty good friends, right? And I don't really talk to many of them anymore. I think all of us are just focused on our own thing right now.
Now, I pointed out to him that you guys could still play games like when you're not practicing.
Actually, yeah, I mean, we could, but I don't know. I'm actually not really playing any other games right now. I'm personally just focusing on League a lot more this year, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know. Like, I think it's nice to like take a break from League, but right now whenever I have nothing to do, I'm just playing solo queue. And when I think of other games, they don't really interest me so much right now. But maybe if like some other cool game comes out or something changes.
That's how a lot of people I know are feeling like there's no good multiplayer games out right now. Like I know Kobe was just talking about this the other day to me, where he feels like, I don't know, any interest in Anthem?
No, not really.
Okay. It feels like, yeah, people are like kind of burnt out on Path of Exile. Yeah. WoW's gone. People aren't necessarily playing Fortnite. It's just like League of Legends still staying strong.
Yeah, I guess League of Legends is just the best game right now. I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think, but I can't think of any like outstanding game right now. Like I know Peter still loves his Path of Exile very much, and he's trying to convince me to play, but I'm not falling into that trap.
Yeah. Don't fall into it. I think it's much better if you're playing League of Legends. Is there anything you want to say to any of the Team Liquid fans out there?
Well, thank you for supporting me, and I hope you'll support us throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you so much for the interview, Jensen. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to how you're doing, and hopefully someday you and Sneaky can be friends once more. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Well, the skies here are beautiful today, but you know what they're missing? They're missing an aurora. But you know where you can get an aurora? Well, they're the new desktop. Actually, they have refreshed. They're the desktop that Alienware makes, including, they also make the Area 51. This is not going the way I'd planned it in my head before this outro, but the point is they've got some awesome desktops over at Alienware. There's a link in the description. You can upgrade your rig over there to get some cool performance, some awesome stuff going. Your games will look better. Your frame rate in League will be better. Everything will be better if you check out their stuff. Dell.com/Travis, link in the description below. That'll super help. Hooney's walking over here in a second, so I gotta get out of here. Hi, Hooney. Good luck today. Looking forward to seeing how things go. Oh, you don't need to worry about it? You used to be on Echo Fox. Oh, you don't need luck. Okay. Well, good luck. Thanks for being in my outro. There we go. That makes this interesting, I guess.